Thunderbolt Ross takes control. Okay. This game hates my guts. Of course.
I am Iron.
This deck draws you into game-winning forces while Sauron clears the way for unstoppable plays. This deck is Snap's best-kept secret. Ross is here, of course, so what are we drawing with him? She-Hulk? Sure. Heimdall? Typhoid Mary? And Red Skull? That's because this is a Sauron deck, and the rest of the Sauron cards include Blizzard and Ebony Maw. Zero works as a way to nullify effects if you don't draw your Sauron. Enchantress does the same thing, and also fights back against ongoing decks. Shang-Chi is just the love of my life. And look who is back. One of my all-time favorite cards, Adam Warlock. We're gonna draw through every single card in our deck between Adam Warlock and Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. This card, though, can almost literally be any other card in the game. I could not figure out the 12th card in this deck. I would love to hear some better examples. I don't have Red Guardian. That would be a card that actually works well in this deck to fight against Discard. But otherwise, pick whatever card you want in this slot. Okay, we're going up against Tan Bongo. Is this snap-worthy? I get a turn 1 Warlock and Sauron?
Snapda!
Well, let's do it. What am I playing against? A normal deck. And they're gonna Galactus me middle. I'm playing over here because players are less likely to play over here. Ultimately, it's a risk. So is this their big power card? Okay, no Enchantress for us, and no card draw for us. That said, a turn... Oh... And that is why you guess locations, but with the Heimdall, the sneaky Heimdall, I can actually get into that lane. So it's going to be important that I keep priority. Ooh. I mean, do they still play into that lane? Let's force them to fill. Let's force them to fill. Oh yeah, there go all my 10 power cards. But Adam Warlock does not care about 10 power. So that is fine. I think I'm going to skip. So Adam Warlock will either gain 1 or I will draw again. There we go. I need to maintain priority. That way I can slide my cards. Let's see how I want to do this. With Fenris Wolf, I mean, Shang-Chi is just a card. So that is what I'm afraid of. Let's see. Do I go Red Skull here? Let's go Red Skull here. Okay, Darkhawk is under my Shang-Chi range. Perfect. There is She-Hulk. So that is 9. I can deal with that. And then I will slide cards to the middle with Heimdall. So if they Shang-Chi me this turn, that's fine because they have to Shang-Chi here. This is why I played my big power card in the Fenris location. They lost track of turns. They lost track, so we just easily win. Because there's nothing they can do? Yes. So This, even if they didn't fail, lose track of turns, I hope you saw where we were going. By playing the She-Hulk here, that guards against them YOLOing a Shang-Chi here, but maybe they do. So I go Heimdall left, but also, now that I'm reassessing their deck, even though they have Fenris, they might not be running Shang-Chi because they have discard cards. Proxima makes me think Moon Knight, so they're using their Fenris Wolf for discard. Fantastic first outing for this deck. We did get aided by Project Pegasus. You got to see Adam Warlock come to play, but not Thaddeus, so you will have one or the other, and you're just drawing cards in your deck, and you're gonna win because you're drawing every card in your deck. Alright, we're going up against Dig Chillin'. We have Dark Dimension. Let's see. Let's get our 0 down here. Into our Lizard. And then the Sauron. Because we have a perfect curve. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are a Zabu deck. Okay. So we're playing our Sauron middle, I suppose. There is the Adam Warlock. I could full float on the last turn. Is this a Doom 2099 we're going to see? A freshly nerfed Doom 2099? Okay, I will partake with the emotin. There is the Doom 2099. Let's do some more emoting. I would love to get Adam Warlock down, but we shall go Typhoid here. Remember, this deck has Enchantress, so I would love to draw into her. I will probably be skipping turn 5. Oh, I can't skip turn 5. Okay, they are quickly filling up middle. The reason I say I can't skip is because I want to play Adam Warlock. If I full skip, I get a free She-Hulk. If I play Adam Warlock now, I get a 2-cost She-Hulk. I could go Red Skull as well. I'm gonna go here. This might be a mistake. Let's see if they... Okay, middle is filled. They'll get one more Doombot. We have a ton of power left, which is why I went that way. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that is perfect. Now, can I maths? Because they will want to go Doom in all likelihood. So where do I need points? 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know how this math works. Can they get +7 middle? I don't know. I have a lot of... we're going this way, I guess, because I have a lot of points over here. Okay, what did I play middle? Oh boy. I think I played the She-Hulk middle. Yes, okay. So that should be more than enough points middle. And then with the Red Hulk carrying over here. There we go. Get your Doom 2099 deck out of my face. You aren't ready for this amount of power. Ooh. And we'll give them the fist bump. Let's see how good of a sport they are. They don't know what hit them. Sauron, people have not been playing Sauron recently, and we did not have Adam Warlock. We did not have Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross on the board. But your deck should work without your featured cards, and honestly, both of them are probably replaceable if I'm being honest. because this deck can just output a ton of power when you draw into Sauron, and they just were not prepared. Okay, next up we have...
What did you say?
Alright, Nova Roma doing a decent job at being Adam Warlock, and Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who I have not drawn up to this point. Okay. People want to play into Xandar, so we will play Adam Warlock over here. He will tick up to 1 power immediately. That is nice. Krakoa, I guess. Am I playing Sauron there? No. I'm playing Typhoid Mary there. So we'll get Sauron down here. Or do I get him down middle? Let's get him down middle. Let's potentially compete on Xandar. Ooh, Atuma, look at you with your 10 power. Fancy. Let's go Typhoid Mary. So this Ebony Maw would have been +4, so I would add a 111. Please draw into Shang-Chi. Whoa! That is one beefy Heimdall. I'll play Red Skull here. I'm not gonna have priority. Okay, is this a everything deck? It is an everything deck, better known as an Arishem. And look at this combo Arishem gave them. Oh, I can't see that it was created, but it has the same border, so. There is my Shang-Chi, a turn too late. Do I go with the 20 power Heimdall? There's Shang-Chi. Oh, I do have priority. Oh, this is fantastic. Fantastic. This is 8. I think I just do this. Let's order the Shang-Chi. I think I do this. Let's find out. So there's a number of tech options you have in this deck, clearly, which is nice as well. So I have Enchantress, of course, Shang-Chi. If you go with another, what is this, Venom? Did Arishem give them everything?
Power must be controlled.
Let's find out. Okay, a simple Shang-Chi middle will not cut it. This deck can output power in 2 lanes. That's all that's needed. And guess what? When it can't output power, you have Shang-Chi to nullify that. Enchantress as well. And if you decide to put in Red Guardian, same thing. And people are snapping on me, clearly. Clearly, I am not snapping because I am still kind of learning this deck. So when you master this deck, be prepared to rake in cubes. Okay, we are up against Deet Uck. Look who it is. Look who decided to show his face. Against Move. Okay. This game hates my guts. Ay, ay, ay. Unbelievable. Okay, well, we have Shang-Chi. If we can gain priority and they leave this torch on the board. So the goal is trying to gain priority. If I had skipped, I could have played down She-Hulk with the 4 energy. They do not have any ongoing in this deck, any ongoing cards. So let's do the Enchantress over here. Ay, ay, ay. They have not snapped yet. I could gain priority, but that would mean I can't play Shang-Chi. I guess we're skipping. They haven't snapped. This is a definite retreat. Wow, they did leave him in the middle. I needed to gain priority. That's why I needed to gain priority. Jeez. And now this is a pick. This is a definite pickup. Definitely. But if they don't, let's play like they're not going to pick it up, but they definitely are, correct. And this is just a leave. It's funny that they did not snap. So maybe I should have thrown priority in hindsight, but also they could have spread out those torches. So yeah, this was never going to happen. The game snatched our Thaddeus from us. And our game plan didn't quite come together, right? That's going to happen. Part of that, I think, is the Thaddeus. I don't know if they were using every bit of energy on every turn. And maybe they would have with a bounce deck. Bounce decks are very good at that, so maybe Thaddeus would have been nullified there. But yeah, our game plan just wasn't coming together. That, again, happens with every single deck that you play. The key, minimize your cube losses. Okay, and now we have Dazizi. Hold. There's no reason to just play out a 0 if there's no plan. Always have a plan. We're going up against Destroy. Another reason to hold back our 1-cost cards. They get... this is another retreat game because we really need to draw into Sauron. We're not drawing well. We do have our tech cards. Go to the ninja. Thank you. We do have She-Hulk if we skip again this turn. We are skipping again this turn to play out the She-Hulk. I do have 0 into Lizard. Okay, we can now get down our 1-cost cards without fear of them being destroyed. So I will get down She-Hulk, and let's get, since these locations are moving. Okay, build up that Deathlock, which is at 4. I mean, Deadpool, which is at 4. Okay, we have priority, which I don't think is a good thing, per se. I think I do this. But the problem is, I'm going to have priority? What is this snap for? What CL are you? 2,000, that explains it. Not that 2,000 can't beat us. This might be a Zola play. Oh, they got their X-23. Nice. So what's their null at? Because I do have priority. 8 if they play it. So they play their Deadpool here and their null here. That's what I think they do. Deadpool here, null here. So if they play their Deadpool there, they very well could play their Deadpool here and null here also. We'll stick it out. We'll give this low CL player a good win. They did go a different direction. Yep, they're Deadpool there and they're...
Change my underwear.
All right. So, yeah, I did not guess exactly what they were going to do, clearly, but yeah, we beat the Zola. Funny enough, on turn 5, I was thinking they were going to Zola the Venom, but once I saw X-23 come down with the bonus energy, They definitely have null in this deck, by the way, because everybody got, through that global event, recent global event, everybody got X23 and null. So they definitely have null in this deck. They may not have drawn them, and so went the Zola route, or maybe they felt like their null wasn't big enough, which is possible. I wasn't keeping track of how many points were being destroyed. I was able to pull it out anyway. Okay, next up we are going up against HOV. Full name HOV Lane. We do have 0 on turn 3 and a Typhoid Mary on turn 4. I will... What are other cards I could draw into? I have to hold, just in case I draw into Thaddeus. Then I can play him first into 0. Or I can play Adam Warlock into 0. Is this snap worthy? Get down Typhoid Mary. And then I may do an Enchantress, but then also I can do a Heimdall slide as well, along with the Raft card. We're in very good position now that I'm talking through this. This isn't Galactus. I don't think it's Galactus. I mean, I think we're getting down the Red Skull instead. Use the most amount of points. Oh yes, we're definitely getting down the Red Skull instead. Because I'm about to Enchantress this lane. Do I snap? Did I snap? I was the one that snapped. So let's see if this isn't an Onslaught. It might be a Sarah. We're very dependent on, I mean, a Magic is what I was going to say. It might be a Magic. We're going to get the Clubhouse bonus? Yes, on one of the cards, we're going to get the Clubhouse bonus. On at least our Heimdall, if we do the slide thing. I wonder if they... 10 power Thanos is nice. I wonder if they Shang-Chi me here. Which would be fine as well. Yeah, we missed one of their ongoings. Okay. Ooh, C5, fancy. Okay, and now I think we just do the slide. They play a bunch of cards here, but then that moves the Silk over here. So I think we're good. So I go Heimdall and Thanos, and that's 21 over here. I think we're fine. Oh, I forgot the Miss Marvel. I forgot about the Miss Marvel. Okay, we're fine. Yes, I think we're fine. Maybe. We're good. Okay, there we go. This is why Heimdall is in the deck. Fantastic. And no, Adam Warlock did not get to draw his cards. Thank you. I do have a fantastic deck, if I do say so myself. Okay, next up we have Deco. Nothing to do. Unfortunate. So sometimes you'll draw into bad hands, of course. We did see a black cat disappear. So that is going to be Hela Discard in all likelihood. This is why Thaddeus Ross is so valuable if you draw him on turn 2, because there are plenty of decks that draw as bad as I'm drawing. Yikes. Let's get the She-Hulk down. And then the... Do I snap? Because they still aren't playing cards. Okay, they got one card down. What is this? Blade. And an Iron Man, okay. Red Skull. And then I slide everybody? I have 20 power over here. They haven't discarded many cards. Okay, you got rid of my Warlock. Yeah, you really haven't discarded any cards. Oh, Black Cat. I mean, I don't know. This is just the Hela casino. So, I'll stay. 20 points over here. There's Hela. We just need the Iron Man to go right, essentially. Of course.
I am Iron Man. Victory.
No breakdown here. On to the next game. Okay, now we're up against ongoing Riz. We have a Chimichanga, which we can use for the Warlock. Okay, the Galacta avatar makes me think, oy oy oy, we're going to have a huge power card. So let me snap, because I want to do this and this. We'll see if they play here now. We could expect anything from a Lasher to a Scarlet Spider. Again, let me point out, this is why Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is fantastic in this deck if you play him on turn 2. But also, we have Adam Warlock as his backup. Ooh, Elysium. A free Ebony Maw is nothing to scoff at. Oof. Okay. But Shang-Chi will be good for whatever card that is. And also, we have this disgusting turn 4 Red Skull into middle. Whatever they hit is good. So let's do it. Let's see what you have. Ongoing Riz period. Let's see this. So I already got a... Whoa. Okay. I will not have priority. So that is a little unfortunate, because you Shang-Chi immediately. What's going on? There we go. Come on, Adam. Whoa, that is a free 17 power. 2 cards in my deck. I could skip and get a free She-Hulk. But I don't think I'll do that. So let's go Typhoid, Lizard, and again, I can hold the rest of these cards. This is probably where the... I also bricked my draw. And I do not have priority. So it's where do I Shang-Chi? Because I would have drawn through my entire deck. So it'll probably be my luck where I... Oh, there we go. There we go. So. They can't Galactus me. This is that Silver Surfer Galactus deck. So, let's see. Does that deck run Zola? Because this plays around the Zola. There's no way... If they Zola here, and then... I mean, do I just absolutely load up over here? I think I do. So, let's go... Zero Thaddeus for fun. Ebony Maw, and Shang-Chi? Hey, running Kang, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get the heck out of here. You are really running Kang? In this day and age, you're running Kang? Oh, how dare you. How dare you. This is when having meta knowledge is fantastic. Because do I pivot? I don't know what's in this deck. And if you know what's in the deck, then you're going to win because you can play around certain things. So am I able to put this much power middle if I go, what is this? What's this math? 31? If I go here, 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 and here? Let's see. Okay. There was nothing they could do. Nice Kang. And we clearly exposed the amount of power that we could output in this deck, which is fantastic, and they knew there was nothing they could do. And if this deck does run Zola, that is why I was playing Shang-Chi here. If I play Shang-Chi middle and they Zola, I'm just cooked. But if I play it here, I'm at least getting the Sebastian Shaw. So even if I'm wrong, I'm getting the Sebastian Shaw. And so there's no way they can, Shang-Chi is what, a 3/24? Because it's deleting 21 power. So that is why I run Shang-Chi in a lot of my decks. Because the total power he outputs is just top notch for his cost. And this deck continues to perform well. Thanks again to all of the members of the channel. I don't know where I'm putting that editor's note now because it's a growing list, so big thanks. And also thank you to everybody that reaches the end of the channel.
Finally, your channel stinks.
It's a good free way to support me as well. Now, sadly, my recording time was limited, so I wasn't able to actually show off Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, but please believe me, it is not clickbait why he was in here. What you did instead get to see is Adam Warlock take his place, which ultimately is why I settled on putting him in this deck as the 12th card. Because if you don't draw Thaddeus, you'll probably draw into Adam Warlock or vice versa. During testing, I was drawing Thaddeus, and he is a strong turn 2 play in this deck, especially when you follow him up with Sauron, because now you're just drawing through more of your cards, and even if you don't end up playing them, because I drew my Typhoid Mary and Red Skull courtesy of Thaddeus, I now organically drew my Shang-Chi, which is what I actually needed to win the game, or my Enchantress. So that is the true value of him in this deck. And I've had success. I am showing a comment of at least one other person that also had success, because this is coming out of my preview video where it was one of my theory crafted decks. In that version, I had Spider-Man 2099 and Okoye, I think. So for this version, I went with Zero and Adam Warlock. Guess what? If you haven't noticed, this is a pure Series 3 deck. And it's fantastic. I did not feel like I was missing anything. So, and the fact that there's kind of 2 flex slots in Thaddeus and Adam Warlock, strong deck, and catches people off guard. So, and you got to see the amount of power that we put into this, that we're able to output. So yeah, if you decide to check out the deck, let me know how it does for you. And until next time. Okay, now we are up against Ender. Now we will Ender our turn. Negative Zone is a touch annoying. We do draw into Sauron. The Athena goes the right direction, both literally and figuratively. Do I snap that? I'll snap that. I don't want to give them a... well, I was gonna say I don't want to give them a card, so I'll just play Sauron into here for a total of 1 power. I'll get the Athena. I'll be able to get her buffed, because even on next turn I can just play a 0 Ebony Maw if I want to. So, yeah, that's why I snapped. I had an advantage, snap on advantages.